Hi, winners. Are you ready for another chapter of Towers Falling? I am. I cannot wait to share this part with you. I've been excited about this for a while. And you know that it's a good book when I'm reading it to one group, and I still can't wait to read it with the other group. So here we go. The chapter is titled School. I can't believe it. Pop's walking me to school. I don't say anything. He doesn't either. He just stares straight ahead. Crowds make him nervous. That's all New York is. He and Ma should move. The walk sign brightens. Across from us, a rush of people walk, dodging, trying not to hit each other in the middle of the street. Pop clutches my hand like I'm two, but I'm the one pulling and weaving him through the intersection. Pop's gonna embarrass me. I just know it. At least he looks nice. He's wearing slacks, not jeans, a shirt with buttons. Dressing, I watched him open his suitcase. His back blocked me from seeing what's inside. He stood staring down. He took something out, shut, and locked the case. A tie, a blue and red striped tie. It looks good. I didn't know Pop owned a tie. From the front, Brooklyn Collective Elementary is plain, all concrete. The back windows make it special, letting in light, not making you feel like you're in a tomb. I'm looking out for you, baby girl. Pop's expression is earnest and sweet. It feels good that Pop thinks he's looking out for me. It's about time, but this is the wrong time. I don't want to leave my school. Wow, has that changed? Because before, remember in the very beginning, that's the last thing she wanted to do was go to school. Pop never listens to me. We climb the school steps, push through the heavy doors. Color is everywhere. Sky blue and yellow walls, bulletin boards with trim and gold letters, all shades of kids. What does that mean, all shades of kids? The older ones, curious about Pop, wave, "Hey, Deja." We go through here, another door. In the stairwell, Pop stops, holding onto the handrail, leaning into the wall. Kids swarm around him and sweat pops on his face. "Pop, come on." He coughs a bit. His eyes are super dark, like Ray's when he gets scared. "How far?" "The second floor." Pop nods and takes a step, then another and another. But it's like each step is a swamp mud sucking him down, and he's got to lift extra hard to get to the next step. Homeroom is bustling, and I'm gonna miss it. Sabine waves. I'm gonna miss her. Ben watches George doing a magic trick with cards. Stacia and Angel are comparing charm bracelets. I'm gonna miss these kids. I'm gonna miss this school. I point. That's Miss Garcia. Pop's not paying attention. He's moving towards the windows. I don't think he sees the kids, the desks, or Miss Garcia. He only sees the view across the river. Gently, his palms touch glass. He leans his forehead against the window. Miss Garcia clicks towards him. "Sit, Deja. Class will begin shortly." Everyone except me goes to their desk and chair. My fists ball, but my classmates are right. Pop is a spectacle. Miss Garcia speaks to Pop. No one can hear what she says. I can't even tell if Pop is answering. He doesn't move. He doesn't even look at her. We learned in our conversation study today that eye contact is polite. Miss Garcia hooks her arm around Pop's. She's leading him out the room. Excuse me. "Michael," she calls, "will you show Mr. Barnes the principal's office? He wants to speak with Principal Thompson." "I can do it." "Deja, you stay here. This week, Michael is homeroom helper. He'll take good care of your father." "I sure will," says Michael, promising. "Mr. Barnes." Pop looks at him, but I don't think he sees him. Michael, just like Miss Garcia, hooks his arm around Pop's. Michael's thoughtful. He seems to know Pop's sick. Not quite right. Kind, Michael leads him away. Oh, I'm gonna hate leaving this school. All day I expect Pop to take me out of class, away from the school, but he doesn't. We switch classes, history, Mrs. Schmidt. Any differences between the far past and the recent past? Between older and more current American history? No one says a thing. I raise my hand. Of differences, but it's not the differences that matter. It's what unites us and holds us together. It holds together society. That's the question we answered. Oh, good, good, he strokes his beard. Some histories repeat. Some events are unique. There is regional, statewide, and national history. We share all of it in common as Americans. Mr. Schmidt looks like Yoda, short, squatty, wrinkled. What little hair he has is gray. Like Yoda, he sometimes says weird stuff. When asked a question, class, it's important to consider how it's framed. Sometimes a question is a door to another question, another way of seeing, another way of understanding. Ben raises his hand but doesn't wait for Mr. Schmidt to point. Deja figured it out. Told us to turn the question inside out. Oh, I'd be so excited to hear y'all do that, and some of you are. Well, did she now? Sabine jumps up. Ben typed an answer. Read it, Ben. Sabine and me push Ben towards the front of the room, and Ben reads, American principles, freedom, democracy, and justice for all withstand the test of time. History changes. Relationships between Americans change. But America's ideals remain strong or adapt and get stronger. Oh, excellent. Very well written. Excellent thinking, Deja. You challenged the context of my question. Oh my goodness. That is a teacher's dream. When you take the question and you challenge it, you turn it inside out and you think of it a different way. That's when learning happens. That's exciting. I puff up my chest, not minding at all this time that everyone is looking at me. Write for me, class. What does it mean to be an American? Why does history matter? Mr. Schmidt picks up a marker. Why is history, he writes, relevant, alive, personal? So Deja changes her essay. Let me show you. All right, and remember in the beginning, Deja wouldn't even write for Miss Garcia. Her papers were empty, and look how she's writing now. Here we go. Being American by Deja Barnes. I used to think I was just me, Deja, but I'm an American, connected to my school, my friends, my home. I am bigger and better than I thought I was. I am not alone. My family may disappoint me, especially Pops. He wants to take me away from what connects me. But I think if I leave Brooklyn Collective Elementary, I will always be friends with Sabine and Ben, just like I will always be American. I stare at my words. America is my history, my story, not just homeless Deja. I don't know yet, but the towers falling is my history too. My friend Ben showed me. My friend Sabine shared the hurt. Sadness. Sadness. That's not a sentence, I know. History is about feelings too. I'm happy I'm American. But sometimes American history isn't happy. I feel proud of my essay, and she should. The title is better focused. It's not perfect. There are sentence fragments, lots. I didn't know I thought and felt what I wrote. It's funny looking at the words. I see me better. Deja, the original, the one and only, and indeed she is. I'm very impressed with her. Pop still doesn't come. We go to music and sing This Land Is Your Land. At my old school we sang pop. Besides the national anthem, I never knew so many songs were written about America. Mrs. Cohn says we're celebrating America. She's got a whole book of songs with the American flag and fireworks on the cover. In the afternoon, we have science. Pop must have gone home, I guess. I feel better. But what if Pop is waiting for the next day or the next to take me away? Maybe he's already visiting other schools. Mrs. Davis, our science teacher, is showing a video. She talks as she lowers the blinds and turns off the lights. Images flicker on the screen. A man's deep voice booms. David and Nelson Rockefeller wanted to revitalize Lower Manhattan, the port authority of two states, New York and New Jersey, cooperated to build the World Trade Center, a complex of buildings that included the Twin Towers, then the two tallest buildings in America. Construction workers dig a huge hole. Groundbreaking began August of 1966. The tall towers needed a strong foundation. Workers had to dig deep through silt to find firm soil. Men with yellow hats push and pull wheelbarrows, carry buckets, trucks haul dirt and pour concrete while men hammer and weld. Layer by layer, a skeletal frame rises. As it grows, the men seem like acrobats, trapeze artists, balancing on beams, hands waving, guiding, positioning steel planks lifted by huge cranes. Sadly, 60 people died building the Twin Towers, architectural marvels that would forever symbolically represent the strength of America and its principles of democracy and capitalism. Amazing. I never thought how brave the people who built the Twin Towers had to be. Men working high in the sky on tiny platforms with no safety net to catch them. Skywalkers, who knew? Were any of them alive to see the towers fall down? The North Tower of the World Trade Center was completed December 1970, and the South Tower was completed July of 1971. Do the math. They started in 1966 and finished in 1970 and 71. That's a big project. Music swells triumphant. The screen fades to black. Mrs. Davis turns on the lights. George and Angel pull up the blinds. We can see across the river. The skyline seems emptier than ever. Today we're going to do an exercise in building skyscrapers. What does it take to make a building tall, taller, tallest? Instead of metal, concrete, and glass, our materials are straws, pipe cleaners, and paper clips. Form groups of 3. That's easy. Me, Ben, and Sabine. And we sit in a small circle on the floor. Mrs. Davis hands us a bag of supplies. Each group has to build a skyscraper strong enough, here's the key, to build a skyscraper strong enough to support a golf ball. A golf ball? Asked Stacia. Ben takes a ball out of our supply bag. I've never seen a golf ball before. What do you do with it? You hit it with a club. Well, that doesn't seem fun to me. Shh, says Mrs. Davis. Our experiment today will test how weight and foundation affect your mock skyscrapers. What are the key elements for building? Sabine raises her hand. Strong foundation. Oh, that's good. What else? Beams, says Stacia. Something that makes the tower rise higher and higher. Well, how are we supposed to do that? Straws are weak. And Manny bends a straw and blows air through it. Figure it out. Think like an engineer. Mrs. Davis stretches out the word engineer. A builder, like the men who designed the towers. Everyone gets to work, twisting, bending, trying to make straws stand on end. Ben picks up a pipe cleaner, a piece of wire with small fuzzy tufts. Sherlock Holmes cleaned his pipe with these between smokes. I shiver. That sounds horrible. Design first, says Sabine, clutching the pencil. Don't start with the materials. What do you mean? Like this, says Sabine, quickly sketching on the paper. She draws a wide base. That's why we've got paper and pencil. You can't just start building a building without thinking about it. Critically, says Ben automatically. Yeah, I say, thinking is being hammered into us. I love those teachers. We're good at it, says Sabine, drawing more. All around us, skyscrapers are quivering, crashing, little white balls roll on the floor. Ben rolls a ball back. There, says Sabine, sitting up. Our skyscraper is firm, supporting the golf ball. Sabine, the engineer, who knew? We're proud of our fake skyscraper. Nervous, we wait to see if the ball falls. And with that, I hope that you'll begin your challenge and send me pictures of your towers, and I'll read more come Monday. Y'all have a great weekend. Bye.